everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's episode of Cooking with Jaedyn, we're going to make peppermint bark, cookies and cream bark, and we're also going to make some homemade hot chocolate, so it should be really fun and I'm really excited for this video. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get to the video. So some of the ingredients for our first dish will be peppermint bark, and here are the ingredients. We're going to need chocolate chips. We're going to need white chocolate chips. Of course, we're going to need peppermint. We're going to need a spatula to spread it out. A silicone mat or parchment paper will work for this. And a measuring cup and also a mixing spoon will work best for this video. So yeah, let's get right to it. So to start off, we need 4 cups of chocolate chips. And we're going to melt these in a microwave-safe bowl, of course. Don't want to set the house on fire. So we're going to empty this into a measuring cup, measure out 4 cups. Alright, so 1 cup. So this actually isn't my first time making peppermint bark. We usually have a holiday party every Christmas, and so yeah, we usually have a holiday party every Christmas, and so this will be actually my second time making peppermint bark, and I know how to improve now and make it better. I'll probably clean that up later. Make sure my dog Jax doesn't get it. So right now we have 3 cups. We need 1 more, and then we'll melt this, and then we can start by crushing the candy canes as these melt. So yeah. So we're gonna melt these, and to melt it, we're gonna melt it in 30-second increments. So every 30 seconds, we're gonna stop and stir. So it's been 30 seconds. Let's give it a stir. And then we're going to put it in again for another 30 seconds until they melt completely. Alright, so in the meantime, I'm going to open up these candy canes and start crushing them in a plastic Ziploc bag, and that will be the topping to our peppermint bark. If I can open them. So as you can see, my chocolate chips are almost melted. I'm going to put them in for 30 more seconds so I can get completely melted, and then I'm going to crush my opened up candy canes and drizzle them on top. Yeah, now I'm going to crush my candy cane with my little rolling pin here, and it's going to be pretty easy. So you can have little chunks, you can have big chunks, it doesn't really matter, it's all really your decision, so yeah. Now I'm going to go get my melted chocolate chips and spread them on top of my silicone mat. I am going to do it kind of thick so I can have a lot. Oh, this bowl is hot. Oh. Yep. Here. And then it's going to be easier to spread it out since it's all melted. And then afterwards I'm going to place it in the freezer for 5 minutes. So it's not completely frozen, because afterwards I'm going to need to melt my white chocolate chips so it can go on top. So it's better that way, and it looks better with the candy canes. So yeah. Okay, that's pretty much everything from out the bowl. I'm going to go fast so it does not harden up. So I'm just spreading it nice and easily with my spoon. My spoon is also sort of like a rubbery material. Now, I actually love chocolate. I don't like candy that much, but chocolate is actually one of my favorites. And I'm almost finished spreading it out. And it doesn't really matter how it looks, since for bark you just break it up anyways. And it's all random. So if it doesn't look perfectly even, then that is just fine, of course. It's just fine. So now I am done spreading out my chocolate. Looks good to me. We don't want it too thin because you want a good chocolate that snaps in half, and we're just gonna have it be pretty thick for this. And I'm gonna place it in my freezer right here for 5 minutes. Do not do it for too long because we just don't want it to be for too long. So I'm gonna set a 5-minute timer. Alexa, set a 5-minute timer.
5 minutes, starting now.
And I'm going to get another placemat so I can finish crushing up my candy canes. I have my placemat. I'm going to finish crushing up my candy canes. I'm not really a big fan of candy canes. I like more of the candy flavored ones, like there's Dum Dums, and yeah. So I like the sweeter ones more than the peppermint flavored ones. But yeah. So I think this is pretty good. It's leaking a little bit from the bag, but that's fine. So I'm just gonna set these aside, and I'll be back in a few minutes about to melt my white chocolate chips. So it has been 5 minutes, and my chocolate part of the bark has almost frozen, but not quite. So it's been 5 minutes, and now I'm going to cut open my white chocolate chips, and we are going to do 1 cup of these, well, 1.5 cups of these, because I'm not really a big fan of white chocolate, but it will look nice on top of the chocolate. So now we are going to melt the white chocolate chips, 30-second increments, just like we did for the chocolate chips. And yeah, so I'll be right back once my white chocolate has completely melted. I'm just gonna do it, heat it up for 30 more seconds. One more time. This is very hot. Okay, so one more time for 30 seconds, and then we can finally spread it out and add the chocolate chips. I mean, not chocolate chips. The whatever these are, peppermints, whatever. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna add those. We ran into a little problem. What was I gonna say? So the white chocolate has actually melted, and I'm pretty sure this has happened because white chocolate is obviously made different than normal chocolate. So I'm just gonna add a little water if you do the same thing as well. Alright, that should be enough. That should work. I'm gonna mix it up. Oh gosh. Okay. Water method did not really work. It's a little bit like stringy. So tip number 1, do not burn your white chocolate. So I'm just gonna spread it out onto my halfway frozen white dark. Okay, yeah, so. Yeah, alright, so I'm going to just spread it out. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just going to make this work and spread it out. And then we're going to add on the peppermints. Okay, so the white chocolate is all spread out. Might not look the prettiest now, but once it is all frozen, it should be good. So now I'm just going to add on my peppermints. This part does not matter. This is all for you. You can do whatever you want to make it look however you want. I kind of like how it looks because it's sort of like a marble. It's white chocolate and dark chocolate. If you want to think on the positive side of things, because I actually didn't want to start over, so I just left it how it was, and I just made it work. So let's just hope for the best, and yeah, we'll see how it turns out in the end. So yeah, this is how it looks. Before we put it into the freezer, I will show you how it looks afterwards. Of course, the peppermint is not all the way down at this point, but afterwards it should be frozen down and it should taste really good, and hopefully it's better than it was last year. So after this, we're going to make some cookies and cream bark for those who do not enjoy peppermint as much. So I'm just going to place this in the freezer and hope for the best. And this needs to freeze for 1 hour so everything can come together and look pretty. Alright. This is the finished result. Well, not completely finished, but this is what the peppermint bark looks like after 1 hour in the freezer. Now I'm going to break it into random little pieces any way you would like. So I'm just going to break it like that. This isn't really... Alright, yeah, I'm just going to break it with my hands. Okay. Alexa, play Christmas music.
The station holiday favorites on Amazon Music.
So yeah, this part doesn't really matter, and as you can see, the pieces are nice and thick. The peppermint candies are staying in place, and the chocolate did not blend together, thankfully. It's white chocolate and then milk chocolate. So yeah, this is the final result. Any type of sizes. I'm going to break these up into smaller pieces because on Monday, if you're watching this on the day it was made, I'm bringing it into my class so they can enjoy my peppermint bark. I'm going to try a piece. Oh, that's my timer. Alexa, stop. I'm going to try a small piece, see how it tastes. Tastes really good. No, even though we had a few troubles in the beginning, it ended up tasting really good, and I like it a lot. Look at this piece. So perfect, I know. So yeah, I'm really excited about this actually. Turned out better than I thought it would. So yeah, that's it for the peppermint bark. Let's move on to the cookies and cream bark, my favorite.